Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro.
Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down, bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So Bears fans, once again, before I go any further with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I just want to give another huge shout out to Noah. Noah was the listener that offered me the free ticket to catch Chicago Bears training camp live today. I definitely appreciate you. I got to meet Noah in person at practice today. We had a good conversation about the Bears. So once again, Noah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. This is something that I can finally cross off my bucket list. I am so thankful for you and the rest of the Keek on the Mic listeners that continue to support the channel. So once again, Bears fans, I was in attendance live today for Chicago Bears training camp practice. It was a whole lot of fun. The Chicago Bears set up a great event for the fans. It was really engaging. There was a Meet Staley the Bear station. There was games. The ESPN 1000. Chicago was out there. I got a training camp shirt. So I was super happy about all the engagement. The Chicago Bears put on a great event for the Chicago Bears fan base. And I do want to apologize in advance. I tried my best to get as much video as possible for you guys, but the event at the Chicago Bears facility are very adamant that it's pictures only. And if you pull out your phone, they would come right up to you and say, hey, I hope you're not taking a video. So they're watching us very, very closely. So sometimes when you see those videos on Twitter and it's the same video, that's the reason, because Chicago Bears are very strict about video at these training camp practices. I don't know why. It's just a rule that they have, but I promise you guys, at the bottom of my heart, I definitely tried to get as much video as possible. So let's go ahead and do a deep dive and break down this Chicago Bears training camp practice. First things first, the Chicago Bears were back in full pads. And a couple other things that I noticed during today's training camp practice, there were no pads still for DeMarcus Walker, Nate Davis, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jaquan Brisker. Dante Pettis was back today, full go in practice with pads on. I saw Jaquan Brisker, DeMarcus Walker, and Nate Davis all walking around, still interacting with their teammates, but just not doing any drills or individual drills or team drills, no drills at all. And I also did see Tremaine Edmonds on the exercise bike. I anticipate that none of them will play in the preseason opener this Saturday against the Tennessee Titans. But I feel like hopefully they're just ramping up and hopefully they're getting healthy enough to at least play one or two of these preseason games before we actually play a regular season game against the Green Bay Packers. I talked a little bit about Tremaine Edmonds, Jaquan Brisker, Nate Davis, all those guys, even DeMarcus Walker, and my concern that I have about those injuries. Right now, I'm not too concerned, but as the preseason progresses for the Chicago Bears, and they're still not suiting up in pads or still not practicing or still not involving themselves in the team drills, that's when I'll start to get a little bit more concerned. But at the moment, since we're just in week one of the preseason for the Chicago Bears, my concern level is still low. But hopefully soon those guys can get suited up and actually practice with the team. But it is good that they're still out there engaging with their teammates. So Bears fans, overall, it was not a good day for the offense. It definitely wasn't their best day. The defense, to me, absolutely dominant. So I just want to give huge kudos to the Chicago Bears defense. The first, second, and third string defense for the Chicago Bears, they look fast. They look ready to go. They're out there wrapping up. They're all around the football, and they are definitely have a lot of energy. And that's something that we were missing on the Chicago Bears defense last year. We didn't have no fire. We were definitely missing that juice. Now you add a guy like DeMarcus Walker that's very fiery. Obviously, you have Jaquan Brisker. He's a very fire, pumped up guy. And then you have a couple other guys that are just constantly talking, constantly chirping, and constantly bringing that energy. It was a very good day to me by the Chicago Bears defense. And if I had to pick a winner of today's training camp, it would definitely go for the Chicago Bears defense. To me personally, Bears fans, the offense just kind of looked out of sync today. They just looked kind of slow. They looked like they had a little bit of low energy. They just weren't as energetic and fiery as the Chicago Bears defense. The Chicago Bears defense definitely came to play. And I'm not saying that we should be concerned about the Chicago Bears offense. That's the thing that really cracks me up about Twitter, Chicago Bears social media, is that the second that Justin Fields or Chicago Bears offense has an off day, everyone starts to panic saying, oh, this is terrible news. Justin Fields, he's in trouble. Oh, the offensive line's in trouble. No, that's not how I look at it, because earlier on in training camp, we were consistently talking about how the Chicago Bears offense was dominating the Chicago Bears defense. So it's good to see that the Chicago Bears defense is winning some days over the offense of the Chicago Bears and vice versa. Because once again, I say this many times here on the podcast, iron sharpens iron. These two units are competing, and they're competing at a high level. So once again, just like we talked about the offense and how they needed to improve, we also needed the defense to improve for the Chicago Bears. And it looks like so far that the pieces that Ryan Poles has added on the Chicago Bears defense, it's definitely looking like they're an improved unit, because they're out there pushing the Chicago Bears offense to the limit. And overall, that's going to make the whole team better. A couple other little things that I kind of want to bring up on today's episode of Geek on the Mic, since I was there live watching training camp practice for the Chicago Bears. Just first things first, even though the offense had a rough day and Justin Fields kind of had a rough day as well, I still loved his patience in the pocket, him progressing. If nothing was there, he would throw the ball away, which is definitely a good sign of maturity as a passer, because usually he would still try to force a ball. He's not doing that. If there's pressure in his face, he stepped into the pocket. He still can use his leg to scamper out for 6 and 7 yards, which we saw a lot today in today's training camp practice, using his legs quite a bit. But also, he's willing to throw the ball away and live another down. And I absolutely love seeing that from quarterback Justin Fields, because once again, that also shows maturity as a passer. Another thing that I really found interesting during all individuals and team drills, that the Chicago Bears are having the running back split reps with the first and second team. So it started off with D'Onta Foreman starting out with the first stringers, and then Khalil Herbert was with the second string. But then when they moved on to their next team drill, then Khalil Herbert was with the first team and D'Onta Foreman was with the second team. And this is a battle that we have to keep a close eye on. Both running backs had pretty good days and they're competing at a high level, but at the same time, there can only be one starting running back, right? So I know that the Bears community is kind of split with Khalil Herbert and D'Onta Foreman. Even some people are saying Roschon Johnson should get the opportunity to start, but it looks like right now that they're giving these running backs every opportunity to be with the first team. So as we start playing these preseason games, we're really going to find out who is going to be the starting running back for the Chicago Bears come week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. But I can definitely tell today that they're having these guys split reps, and that's how it's going to be in these preseason games as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing who actually wins that competition. The last thing I want to bring up before I end today's video here on Geek on the Mic is that Javon Dexter, Bears fans, is the real deal. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. He had himself a very good day, being very disruptive and constantly being in the backfield. And something that was actually cool after practice is that for maybe like 20 minutes after practice, he was with Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue was actually teaching him some pass rushing moves. So that's only going to make him a better player, learning from guys like Yannick Ngakoue. So that's a big reason why I also love the signing of Ngakoue, because he's going to help groom these young guys. But let me tell you, Javon Dexter, he's on the right path. I think he can be a very special player for the Chicago Bears. And once again, seeing him in person, he is just a massive human being. But he did have himself a very good day at the Chicago Bears training camp. So overall, Bears fans, once again, it was a slow, kind of rough day for Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense. The defense, to me, had a very good day, but I'm not concerned whatsoever, because once again, iron sharpens iron. It's okay if the defense wins a couple of days over the Chicago Bears offense and vice versa, but it's another great day of work. Each day, this team is getting better. I'm super excited that it's finally game week. I will be in attendance for the very first preseason game this Saturday against the Tennessee Titans. We finally get football, Bears fans. So definitely looking forward to hopefully getting some extra video clips at that game and basically taking you on my journey of that game as well. But once again, if you want to continue to catch these Chicago Bears updates, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for all new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.